But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
Man.
We ain't Night Riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
Sometimes if they're, Redbone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay. So, and women, what's her gram?
What's your Instagram
Dude,
again?
you got like a
love today.
Yeah, baby.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, just keeping it real. I don't really date black girls. it's not because like most black girls are like annoying. How to put this ratchet, and they don't know how to like be reserved. You're like the complete opposite.
You are not the stereotype. You are not the stereotype.
You are not the same. That's awesome.
So we'll give you that compliment too.
Beautiful black women, let's get into it. Those clowns that you just saw are part of the red pill community. I'll get into them later. But essentially, a huge portion of red pill men are angry, emasculated, no game, no swag having degenerates that refuse to do any introspection and blame their continuous rejection on women instead of recognizing that they are fundamentally flawed and undesirable people. The problem with this red pill YouTube is that these false prophets are lying to probably 95% of their audience. Now, mind you, that is an estimate and that is based on really anecdotal data. This is not scientific. But for you to be somebody who needs some other man to tell you how you can actually approach a woman, then you are not likely the kind of man that actually can get a woman. Some of these men giving advice, it's like, you get women? Where? Saskatchewan? The harsh reality for these incels is that a lot of the advice that you are getting is ineffective. Who you should be listening to are the women you are trying to court. Contrarily, you're listening to men who likely don't get women at all, like Fresh and Fit, who are just frauds on the internet telling you that they have this secret formula on how to get this quote-unquote high-caliber women. But then when you see them, you recognize that the likelihood of them being able to pull these quote-unquote high-caliber women is slim to none. Case in point on the screen. Some of you just have no game, and no matter what any man tells you, you will always have no game. Many of you have no swag, no economic wherewithal, no economic sustenance, no real job, and maybe physically, you just aren't that attractive. Take a bath. Look presentable, my goodness. You are over here telling a woman what she wants, and all she wants is for you to take a damn bath. However, you have bought into the concept that if you demonize a woman, if you disrespect a woman, then she will feel so badly about herself, she will internalize that disrespect, and then be more susceptible to dating you? That is a fallacy. That is a fabrication. And I guarantee you that the outcome for a lot of these men listening to these channels will be that you will be screaming 84 years from now that it's been 84 years, and I still haven't gotten no pee. Okay? Some of you are obnoxiously pretentious while being completely undesirable.
Pass.
Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Finish it. One at a time. Wait, hold on. Ladies, give him a chance first, all right? Okay. No.
I feel like in your Instagram, like you look like you work in the gym, but you don't work out. You know, one of those people that work in the gym, but they don't work out.
I never work out.
I never had a serious girlfriend.
Any questions? And it's not just Fresh and Fit. Many of these demons engage in the denigration and dehumanization of black women. Let me be abundantly clear. If you have not been able to get a black woman as a black man, that's a you problem. Majority of black women, unlike any other race of women, are fiercely loyal to our men. So if you are now with a non-black woman, it is not because you elevated your options. Oh, no. It is because a high caliber class of women, black women, don't want to mess with you because of who you are. So don't misconstrue the fact that you are trapped in this alternate universe. Wake up to your reality where you have only faced the isolation from black women. Don't make the assumption that it's because you didn't choose us, that's why you are miserably where you are. The reality is we just don't like you, boys. All of them, from Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, etc., aren't a prize. Kevin Samuels looks like he wishes he was dancing in Studio 54, walking around like Slender Man, calling black women 4s and 5s. Pretending that he's a desirable. This man has been divorced twice, but he's giving you advice on conquering and sustaining healthy relationships?
Along the way, you were married twice?
Along the way, yeah.
How long was your first marriage?
So my high school sweetheart, we only married really about a little bit over a year.
And then you get married again. How long did the second marriage last?
3 years.
How does that even make sense? He's over there telling black women that we are unattractive and ratchet when his only accomplishment is making money off insecure, undesirable men by being a deceptive scam artist. It's not his looks. The devil is a lie. Then there are black women believing his commentary is to their betterment? Is it really?
In a relationship.
We've been official for 4 years.
Okay. What's the hold up on marriage?
What's the rush?
Common sense.
Are you married?
You want to do it with me?
I'm just saying, are you married?
Okay, see, here's what we're about to do.
I'm
No,
just-
here's what we're about to do right here. No.
Here's what we're about to do. Because you wanna tell women.
I want to tell your stupid ass to stay off my channel. See, you get these bonnet fools in these 4-year dead-end relationships who get mad because ain't nobody gonna marry them. And then when you ask them what the problem is, they get mad because they realize they ride with Dirty Dick Rodney and he's just using them for your body. And then when he get tired of you, he's gonna go marry the hotter, younger, more cooperative version of you.
Elevate, ladies. Now, Fresh and Fit get no play. They have to buy women's attention. These are two dweebs and nerds that have the audacity to talk down on women, specifically black women. They had to reinvent themselves and create characters in order to try to mimic swag and game. Even with all their subscribers and big platform, they must pay women to come on their show. They get used for their platform, not their looks. It is purely transactional, not romantic. Even the women they take pictures with just don't meet the standards they proclaim to have set. They're talking about 9s and 10s when the women they actually get, unpaid, are negative 109s. These are men that have been repeatedly rejected and emasculated and lash out at women or try to entrap women just to create the semblance of having game. They call black women Shaniquas and Night Riders and said that they would not date us. Knowing that you get negative 109s, what would make you think that women that are hundreds would date you anyway? But let's be real. The Barbados dude, better known as 1 a.m., and the Arab dude, better known as Missing Scalp, have done us a favor by not desiring us. There are 2 less people we have to reject and clown for being utterly and completely undesirable with no game. Thank you. Thank you very much. But how are you, 1 a.m., and saying that you don't like Night Riders? You are 1 a.m. 1 a.m., how are you comfortable clowning yourself? He acts like being dark-skinned is a disadvantage. Bruh, really? Like, really? He wishes he could get a quote-unquote Night Rider. But he's deluded himself into thinking he's a Brad. He's likely at home, at night, sitting there in his bed, putting on bleaching cream and sprinkling flour all over his face. But you know what? Young Jock made a point, and I saw his comments. And let me just play it, because that point that he made was actually very true. There has not been any accountability.
It's going to play out, because if them dudes was on there talking about let's just say they wanted to speak on LGBTQ community, it should be done. It'd be over with. It should be all over the news. It'd be canceled instantly. I'm just curious as how this gonna play.
He's right. And I've seen a lot of comments from black women saying that he's caping for black women, but he doesn't believe anything he's saying. But at the end of the day, don't shoot the messenger. What he's saying, he's right. If this had been homophobic rhetoric, they'd be canceled completely that very day it came out. And justifiably so. While I blame the culture of acceptance of undermining black women, we also didn't do enough. We always let a lot of things go. We go off, but we don't use our collective power to deactivate these threats. They should not be on YouTube. They should not be on Patreon. They should not have any sponsors. Enough is enough. What are we going to do about it, ladies? Time to activate our collective power. 1 a.m. and Missing Scalp need to know that the denigration, dehumanization of black women will no longer be tolerated. Have your preferences, but keep our name, all black women's names, out of your mouth. And if you are a black woman and you continue to grace these dweebs with your presence, you deserve all the disrespect that you are shown. Just understand this. The followers and these quote-unquote leaders in these red pill communities are angry and bitter because they've been lied to and told that they are universally desirable. They are not. They've been told that they can get a stereotypical beauty. They cannot. They believe that women owe them something. We do not. They believe they can disrespect us and we will comply. They cannot, and no, we will not. Black women, never forget how beautiful, abundantly accomplished, and desirable you are. You are Mother Earth, the foundation of humanity. Nobody, especially these incels, have the right to denigrate, dehumanize, or devalue our queenship. Beautiful black women, stay safe, blessed, and empowered. Join us again next time.